Hey there, this is Kelly Hanner, and I wanted to share with you 2 tips that help me convert people from Instagram onto Facebook. So my first tip, this one is something that I used to do. I don't do it quite often anymore because my account's built up so much that I don't really need to rely on this. But for somebody who is newer to Instagram and you're still working on building your following, something that I used to do that was really helpful for me is I would search hashtags. So for instance, I would search something that's relevant to my target market, who it is that I'm looking to help or work with. So for instance, I'm really into like adventurous kind of stuff, like skydiving, bungee jumping, all that kind of stuff. So I would look up somebody with a hashtag, with skydiving, for instance. So I would look up skydiving, I would go to the person's account, see if it's relevant, because sometimes people will tag stuff that is not relevant to the photo or to their actual account. I'll go to their account, look it over, see if it's somebody I even want to work with, and then I'll go through their photos, and I'll like about 5 to 6 of them, and then after doing that, my next step is I'll comment on a photo. So I'll comment on something that's relevant. So it might be fitness, nutrition, if they were a skydiver and it was a photo of them skydiving, I'll comment on that. And so basically what I do is I'll ask them a question and compliment them, and then afterwards, after I ask them the question, that engages them back with me. So say for instance, I'm looking at somebody who is into holistic health. I'm looking over their account, I'm gonna like 5 relevant photos, and then I'm going to comment on one of their later photos. That way, you're not doing it on a more recent photo so that people might see what you're saying and want to like kind of take a peek at what it is that you're doing. And I'll comment on an older photo, maybe like a week or 2 ago, and I'll say something like, hey, that's an awesome looking dish. How long have you been eating healthy for? So that engages them, I'm complimenting them, and then that engages them to respond back to me so that we can get a little back and forth going on. So I'll let that happen, I'll keep a conversation going a couple of times. And so, I'll follow them, or what I'll also do is I will say to them, hey, we have a lot in common, you're really awesome, do you mind connecting with me on Facebook? And so then that gets them to convert on over to Facebook. And then once you convert them onto Facebook, the next thing you want to do is you want to begin a relationship there as well. So, you might message the person and say, hey, it was awesome to get to meet you. Thanks for connecting with me on here. You might also continue the conversation, or you might wait a couple of days before you continue the conversation. And so when you continue it, you're like, hey, I see all this awesome, healthy stuff that you're doing. Have you ever considered being a health and fitness coach? So you're complimenting them, you're edifying them, and then you're asking them, have you ever considered? It's a real non-threatening way to get somebody to take a look at the coaching opportunity. So that's something I do. Now, you don't have to be as aggressive. So what you could do instead is after you follow the person on Instagram and you've built that relationship, you can kind of take it slow and steady by liking their stuff, revisiting their account, and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of like to go straight for it because if you're doing it this way, rather than, hey, like I'm a Beachbody coach and you should friend me, my link is in my bio or whatever. This is a more non-threatening, cool, chill way to connect with somebody and then to convert them over to your Facebook account. So like I said, that's something I don't really do that much anymore because my account is built up pretty high, but it is something that has helped me to build my account to as high as it is. So the second thing that I do is I put a call to action at the bottom of a lot of my posts. So not every post, but relevant post. So a call to action basically is, hey, if you like what you see here, friend me on Facebook. Or if you're interested in my challenge group, find me on Facebook. My link is fb.com/kelly.hanner. Type that into your web browser, or my link is in my bio. Click on that. So you're giving them a call to action that converts them from Instagram onto Facebook. And so the importance here to understand is that you want eyes on your stuff on Facebook, because your Instagram is your hub, like your business hub. It's your business platform. It's where you're really like, you know your target market, you're feeding to them, but then you want people to see your more personal side on Facebook, and that's where they're going to see it. And that's also where you can engage in a more healthy relationship and an easier relationship than trying to Instagram message somebody or direct message them. That can take a lot of time. Facebook, it kind of condenses things and makes it a little quicker. So something that I do, of course, I put a call to action on any of my challenge group photos, but something I found that was really awesome for me is if you check my Instagram account, it's Tubby to Toned. I recently did ear candling, which is this crazy holistic healthy thing where you stick this hollowed out candle in your ear and it pulls out the wax. So I did that. And I put up a photo on my Instagram of me doing it. But then I said, if you are interested in seeing the result, seeing the wax from my ear, friend me on Facebook at fb.com/kelly.hanner. Type that into your web browser. And so I walked away from my computer, walked away from Instagram, came back to having 26 people friend me on Facebook wanting to see the wax build up from that little candle thing, which is crazy. So another way that you could work this is if you put a recipe, put a photo of your Shakeology and you're like, this is my meal replacement shake. If you are interested in getting the recipe, friend me over on facebook.com/Kelly Hanner, where I go in depth about the recipe and other awesome ways that you can make your food healthy. Something like that. So it's really easy to put a call to action that gets people to convert on over to your main platform, Facebook. So using those two tips can help you to convert people over from Instagram to Facebook. And keep in mind that when you do add people onto your Facebook account, you're writing down their name or you're putting their name into an Excel spreadsheet, and then you are messaging them. So what I did do with the people who reached out to me in regards to the ear candling is I messaged them and I said, hey, thanks so much for following me on here too. How long have you been into holistic nutrition, holistic health, or whatever? And that engages in a conversation which can lead to them potentially becoming a coach, a challenger, a reference or a referral, anything like that. So it's really easy to do. You just need to simplify it. Keep it simple, stupid. Just make this process easy. It's about connecting with people, providing value to people, and really encouraging and just being somebody who is not just about yourself, but is looking to give people a better way of life. Showing people with your valuable account on Instagram how much it is that you are looking to help people, how much you are looking to provide information, and just being somebody who can be a source of inspiration. Those things combined with those two techniques are going to help you to build up your Instagram account and your followership on Facebook.